Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs, no matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom. Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs, no matter what.
20 and 7.
Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs, no matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. Without my niggas. Yeah. Got my nigga Rewan with me. Without my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general, your honor. Without my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look. Hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin' my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talk the shit. Y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana. Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves. Shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
I got you. Let it rap real quick. Look. The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls to you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Beers taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on, man. Dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad. Telling me how them crackers turn this child into a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Never light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we play alls like tarantula. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems for it. I really see prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm bad at that nigga that's some dirty that handle. Look, I move like a Brazilian. Precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round with Yara just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than baby's kid. Remember I dropped twice gone, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Alright, this is ISUPK Louisiana online class. Peace to Purim. Go ahead and clap it up. Right. Today, y'all gonna learn what the Feast of Purim is, why we celebrate it. Today, you're gonna learn how to choose a woman, right? Today, you're gonna learn what it takes to be a righteous woman, what it takes to get praises, you understand, from the Most High God and from your people. Right? Because the world teach you contrary. The world teach you how to be disgusting. The world teach you how, you know what I'm saying, to be over-sexualized.
Right.
You understand? The world teach women how to be something very evil, to say the least. You understand? But today we're going to learn about a righteous sister, man.
That's
a sister who was down for her people, who knew who she should listen to, who knew her place, and it wasn't a grievous thing. It wasn't a grievous thing. You understand? It wasn't hard for her to accept it. It wasn't hard for her to understand it. You understand? And these are the type of women that we are trying to raise under Commander Junior Hunter in the ISUPK.
That's right.
You understand? So brothers, y'all tune in, and sisters, y'all especially tune in, because you're gonna learn a lot about the characteristics of a righteous woman. You understand? If I could, let me get the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, and verse 31. It's like 31, verse 30.
101 con, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 30.
Go ahead.
Favor is deceitful.
Favor is deceitful. You understand? Because the person that's being favored, they gonna think they can get away with anything. You understand? A lot of brothers, like if you raising a daughter, you got a baby girl, she give you those cat eyes, them Google eyes. You understand? You melt. So she feel like she can get away with anything. Oh, if I just go smile at daddy, whatever the case may be, ask him for a couple of dollars, he'll give it to him. Right. You know, give it to me. Ask him, can I stay out late? He'll give it to me. You understand? But it's deceitful because it takes away the seriousness of being a father, the seriousness of what can happen if you get disciplined for your actions. You understand? So you brothers who raising daughters, you understand, or you got little sisters, you want to be careful. You want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that you don't fold and that you stern with your daughters. Right. Because what's happening is our women are growing up to you know what I'm saying, to be horrible people. Right. The abortion clinic is 200 million babies aborted. You understand? That's genocide. You understand?
If I could, I don't want.
Go ahead.
And also that favor is deceitful. You look at who's favored right now. Meg Thee Stallion, right. Cardi B. Right. These sisters have favor right now in the eyes of the public eye from everyone. But out of the eyes of the Most High God, they don't have favor. Right. Because they disobey his law, statutes, and commandment. So the favor that you see that most have is not always what it is that you're supposed to go after. That's right. It's deceitful, like the scriptures say. Not everyone comes. Sisters are thinking this is the way to go. You understand? This is how I should conduct myself. This is how I should dress. I should go out and show my behind and show my breast. You understand? For attention. When the truth is contrary. You know, a real righteous woman, right. A real woman, the way that our daughter's supposed to be, is far from what society teaches our women to be today. Right. You understand? Read on. And beauty is vain. And beauty is vain. You understand? Because you can be beautiful, a beautiful person, but your spirit can be horrible. Right. Your spirit can be, you can be an absolute monster. You look at the Housewives TV shows and the Love and Hip Hop those type of shows. You know, even when you look at some of the musicians and the actors that we have, you understand, in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. You understand? We have horrible examples of what a woman should be. Absolutely. You understand? You get on stage in front of 50,000 fans, and you know what I'm saying, show your breasts and show your behind. Ice Spice, yeah, Nicki Minaj. You understand? Like, and that's the pinnacle that's the apple of our children's eyes. Right. When they get on YouTube, when they turn the TV on, this is what they see as an example of a powerful woman. You understand? I want y'all to put a powerful woman that doesn't show her behind, that's not submissive, that's not a monster, you understand, that's not over-sexualized. I want y'all to put that woman, Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian woman, I want y'all to put her name in the comments. You understand? A woman that's highly, highly revered in his empire. A lot of y'all probably thinking long and hard right now.
Maybe Oprah.
Oprah? Lies. Black eyes, sis, because Oprah married who?
She married who?
Who she married?
Stedman.
Okay, and what is Stedman?
A black man.
Stedman is a black man?
I don't know what he is.
You might want,
But they say she gay.
Yeah, I was just going to say, though. Boy,
Gail and
was,
Oprah is together.
yeah, she was messing around with Gail, from what I heard.
I don't know. She made some money, and she don't show her breasts and things of that nature, but she's a horrible person.
Absolutely.
Horrible person. You understand? I remember when everybody got on her and The Rock because they came on the TV asking for two people who got hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars asking for donations for Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? And they were gonna use that money to buy the land and rebuild it and own it, and then have it like oh, this is what y'all donate y'all money to, but it's really for they benefit,
right?
It's not for the benefit of the people or to help the people in that community,
right?
You understand?
Like,
Read on. Go ahead, you got it.
just like that time when she donated money to kids in Africa instead of donating to the hood.
Right, and she from the hood. Damn right. Get out of hand. Get out of hand, man.
Absolutely.
She donated money to the children in Africa, but forgot all about the children right there in New York. You know what I'm saying? The children in California, the children that's right here raised in the Americas where she was raised.
And if I could, you see that prevalently with those females or sisters that are favored, not just the sisters, but the brothers too. But in reference to what we're talking about, the sisters that are favored, the sisters that are so-called beautiful, they take their money and their goods and they go and put it to where they think it's the so-called motherland. Right. But they forget about their mother's land right in the ghettos, barrios, and reservations where our people are still suffering. Those people in Ghana, they're not suffering. They're waiting on the next millionaire to come through there and spend money and move there and buy up their land and so on and so forth. But what about right here in the ghettos, barrios, and reservations? All this money and these billions of dollars that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are finding and all these programs that are misused, what happened to helping those? We got so many homeless people and so many ghettos and barrios outside of every downtown in the United States that it is ridiculous with the type of money that's here that can be used to help the poor. But I'll tell you one thing, in the kingdom of heaven, it won't be like that.
That's right. I'm right. Read on.
Not out of one concert. But a woman that feareth the Lord.
A woman that what?
That feareth the Lord.
This is a quality that you brothers should want to have in a woman. If you could, about the shots, send a link to Officer Michael. She's gonna give some thoughts on what's going on. Come on. You can pick up when you reading that. Oh, you had that slot.
I got it, sir.
Okay, no sweat.
But a woman, Salaki, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
Right, that woman should be praised. Not a woman that's showing her behind. Not a woman that has no regard for the Most High, what the Most High want, and what the Most High say a woman should be. Right. But a woman who really loves the Most High God, really, you know what I'm saying, want to serve the Most High God in sincerity. That's the type of woman that deserves to be praised. But the world don't praise that type of woman. You understand? Because the scriptures say the world has been given into the hands of the wicked.
That's right.
And the wicked people are ruling the earth. That's why the wickedness is put out in front. You understand? Instead of the righteousness. Because the wickedness cannot stand against righteousness. You understand? Right. And if they can keep you to be wicked, if they can keep you away from your God, if they can keep a woman from being godly, keep a man from being godly, then they can stay in position as wicked people.
That's right.
You understand? But the scriptures say when the righteous are in authority, the world will rejoice.
That's right.
But right now, we are mourning. You understand?
Right.
It's war all through the earth. You understand? It's a lot of white people mad at Donald Trump right now. I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
Oh man.
It's a lot of white people. They upset with Donald Trump.
Highly upset.
You understand? Because now they finally started to realize that they don't give a damn about you neither.
Right.
Right. Give a damn about you.
Right. If you ain't helping get it, if you're not voting, but if you ain't financially helping him get in office, he don't give a damn about you.
And I can't wait till Trump just say you're still better than a black person.
Oh.
What are you complaining for?
You know what he's thinking.
China. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Good, man. That's gonna be heavy.
Right.
You're better than a black person. Man.
So we're gonna get into why we keep the Feast of Purim. You understand? We didn't hear a story about it. The amazing brother, you understand, that took on the responsibility of a sister that was not his biological child, but raised her up in a sister who absolutely understands the position of a woman and the position of a man. Right. And when she should seek counsel from a man. You understand? And knows that she should seek counsel from a man before she do something. Right. You understand? Like, this is a woman that fears the Lord. This is an example of a woman that fears the Lord and love her people. You understand? If I could, the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1.
Come. This is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ashurus. This is Ashurus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 107 provinces.
Right. So this man had ruled over a huge kingdom of over how many?
107 provinces.
120 provinces. You understand? Like, this man had ruled over a mass land. This is a king. Right. You understand? Highly revered. You understand? Read on.
Verse 2. That in those days, when the king Ashur sat on the throne on his kingdom, which was in Shushan, the palace. Verse 3. In the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes.
So in the 3rd year of his reign, right? Meaning the first couple years he was getting things done, putting things in order, but on the 3rd year of his reign, he decided that he wanted to have a feast. You understand? For all the men that work under him, all of the soldiers that work under him, all of the government official type of people that works under him. Read on.
In his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of provinces.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The nobles and the princes, these are the top echelon people. And he decided he wanted to have a feast for them. You understand? Read on.
Being before him. Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
When he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor his excellence, majesty many days, even 180 days.
Now, score is 20 days. You understand? So 104 scores, that's 180 days.
Right.
He had a feast going on for 180 days.
Right.
You understand? And this is a heat. So just think about how amazing our feast days is supposed to be. You understand? When we get into the kingdom of heaven, it's probably gonna be a feast for 300 years.
Right.
You understand? We just gonna be rejoicing and enjoying time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being under the Most High God and under Yahweh Shai, who we ignorantly call Jesus Christ.
That's right.
You understand? But he had a feast for his nobles and his upper echelon people, the officers that work for him, the princes. You understand? He had a feast for them for 180 days.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 5.
So, like, real quick, you know how rich you got to be to have 180 day party?
180 days.
180 days.
Man, look at that.
Good night.
You gotta switch this on.
Y'all think y'all doing something? Y'all think y'all doing something on your birthday? I'm gonna celebrate my birthday for the whole month. You know what I'm saying?
Money ain't long enough.
Yeah, money ain't long enough.
No. It ain't.
Read on.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people.
Now, when this feast was over, he just made a feast unto all the people.
Right.
So he had a 180-day feast, and then after this feast, he just said, you know what? Let's keep the party going. I'm gonna have a feast for the people. You know what I'm saying? I had a feast for the upper echelon. I'm gonna have a feast for y'all. He imagine somebody that's just what my neighbor used to say. I say, what's up, man? He'll say nothing, just balling out of control around the first of the month. The check go to rolling in, older brother. Check go to rolling in. What's going on, old school? Nothing, just balling out of control. Think of somebody that's just balling out, got so much money they don't know what to do with it.
Right.
So when that feast ended, he decided he gonna throw another feast for the people, for the everyday regular people that's in the empire. Read on.
That were present in the Shushan, the palace, both unto great and small.
Great and small, meaning somebody who's highly revered and somebody who just clean toilets, the janitor.
Right. You
understand? The plumber. Read on.
7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace.
Right. He did it inside his palace. You know what, y'all everyday regular people, y'all come be in the king in the courtyard of the king's palace. You understand? Read on.
Verse 6. Where were white, green, and blue hangings fastened with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings.
So imagine you go to somebody's wedding, right? And they got the cloth all pretty and hanging from the ceiling, the silk cloth and the different color designs that they got. He had it decked out. You know what I'm saying? He had it fixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like something amazing. Fine linen. You understand? The best thing, the best linen you can find. You know?
And the pillars of marble.
He had pillars of marble. Like pillars is like the big round, I guess you could say poles that hold up like a building or something like that. Like say if you go to the White House and you see the front of the White House, you got the big long round pillars that's in front of the building. You understand? He got them made out of marble.
Good.
Nice.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you know what kind of money it takes to make marble pillars.
But niggas is having the whole time having a marble countertop. You understand? Having marble floors.
Right.
He got marble pillars. You understand? Read on.
The beds were of gold and silver upon a pavement of red and blue.
Good night, man. So he got it decked out with all the various colors. You understand? He got the best of best quality equipment, the whole 9 yards. Read on.
Upon a pavement of red and blue and white and black marble.
Read on.
Verse 7. And they gave them drink in vessels of gold.
Good night, man. So he had them drinking out of gold cups. You understand? Gold bottles. You understand? Like the king is doing this for the everyday regular. The everyday regular person is drinking out of gold cups.
Give him a taste of the king, huh?
Good night. Read on.
The vessels being diverse one from another, and royal wine in abundance according to the state of the king.
So you got the different type of wine glasses that sisters like. You got the wine glasses. You got the martini glasses. The what's the one that they really like all the time? The margarita glasses. You know, different shapes, various different shapes of glasses, gold glasses. You understand?
And every one of them,
all of them different.
Every one of them, each one diverse.
Right. Each one, every one different. You understand?
Right.
It's some high quality stuff. Read on.
Verse 8. And the drinking was according to the law. None did compel, for so did the king had appointed to all the officers of his house, that they should do according to every man's pleasure.
Do whatever you want to do, man. Drink as much as you want to drink. Eat as much as you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you see in the movies, the brother go to the bar and be like, drink so me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't say one drink on me.
Wait.
Drink so me. Get what you want. Eat what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you normally have like a 2-drink limit or something like that.
No, they
like he said, forget that. Do what you want to do. Drink as much as you want to do.
Tonight if y'all want.
Right, man. You understand?
Right. We feel it tomorrow.
Give me that coke up the shop. You can read on.
Verse 9. Also, Vashti, the queen, made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to King Ahasuerus.
So after that, his wife made a feast. You know what I'm saying? Like they just spending the money. You know what I'm saying? After that, his wife decided, you know what? I'm gonna have a feast for all the women in the palace. You understand? Read on.
Verse 10. On the 7th day, when the heart of the kings was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Vista, Arbona, Victa, and Abacta, Zethar, and Sarkis, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus, the king.
So the king, he having a good time. He having drinks. He's merry with drink. You know, you go to a party, people bring the drinks to the party because people they loosen up and they start to have a good time. You understand? So the king, he's living it up. He the star of the show. You understand? He the life of the party. So he drinking, he feeling good. You understand? He got his men with him. They having a good time. Read on.
Verse 11. To bring Vashti, the queen, before the king with the crown royal.
So he said, man, you know, hey, boy, there's only one thing missing. Go. He said, there's only one thing missing, man. Go get my fine ass wife.
Right.
You understand? Like, you know how brothers feel about their real.
Right.
You having a good time, you partying, you with the option. You know what I'm saying? But you know what it be? You know what it be straight? If my wife was right here with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all go get my wife. You know what I'm saying? Go get the queen. Read on.
To show the people and the princes her beauty.
I just want to show y'all how bad my wife is.
Right.
I see what y'all got going on, but Tell baby come here real quick, man. Let me show y'all what a real bad one look like. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
For she was fair to look on.
She was bad, man. Fair to look on mean just seeing her. Just seeing this woman. You understand? Ooh wee. That's something. She's something to look at. You understand? Read on.
Verse 12. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment.
She what?
Refused to come at the king's commandment.
At the who?
King's commandment.
She refused to come at the king's commandment.
Good night.
This is his kingdom.
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? What the brother said on that I built this.
Right.
Brick by brick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He built this. And she got the nerve to, be so into herself and into her pride. You understand that she forget who is the reason why she is who she is. You cannot be the queen without the king.
That's great. And we talking about the king.
Right.
You not just your husband. But we talking about the king. You know how Jeremiah tell us all the time, tell your rib, would she say that to your house shot?
Right.
Ask her, would she say that to your house shot? Then see what she say. This is the king. And she won't even listen to what he done command.
Right.
Good night.
So, you understand? That might have been a bad move. You understand? Because when a man is of high stature, you understand?
Right.
When a man is in a powerful position, imagine trying to use it. Y'all like that African Barack Obama. Imagine he say, Michelle. Imagine he in front of everybody. He at a press conference and he say, Michelle, come here. Please join me. And she like, no, nigga, don't you see I'm over here with these women? You understand? Big ballin', stunning. I got my diamonds on. I got my, you know what I'm saying? She got a princess crown on. She living it up. You understand? And the king called her and she said, what? The king said to her, she said, what?
She refused.
Go ahead.
But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment.
She refused to come, man. She wrapped up in the moment. You understand? This should be a lesson to you sisters, right? Because y'all have friends around you that don't have what you have,
right,
and don't understand what it's like to have what you have. You understand? And then you turn around listening to them. Girl, let the king do his thing. Right. They over there, they having their party. Let's have our party.
Man.
You understand? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Listen to it.
Listen, when you have a husband, you become one body.
That's
right?
it.
You understand? One unit. Y'all move in unison.
That's right.
You understand? Like Captain Kahan like to say, misery loves company.
Right.
You understand? But you gotta be miserable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women get misled by other women.
Miserable women.
Other miserable. What's the woman that Tyrese's wife talk about how everybody was telling her leave him. Wow. And now she say she wish she would have never did.
Wow.
You understand? Not only do she not have him and what everything that come with him and all the accolades that come with him, he won the custody battle and got the child.
Right. And the daughter wanted to leave her anyway.
Right.
She wanted to be with her dad.
Right. You understand?
And that's where a lot of sisters mess up. And that's another topic, but that right there, man, yeah. Be a dragon to your husband, them kids see it. That's one thing, man, I learned in counsel, man. You never allow your kids to see y'all arguing back and forth with each other, yelling and doing all of that, because that don't just damage our relationship, that damage the kids too.
Right. Damn right. They think the kids is in learning mode. They got sponges. They think this is normal.
Right.
This is regular.
Right.
Oh, this is how it's supposed to be. You understand? Like, I want y'all to type in the chat, and I want y'all sisters as well, right? I want y'all to answer this question, right? Let me see how she work. Why do y'all think that sister disobeyed her husband?
Use the mic, Bob Kasha.
Why do you think that sister disobeyed her husband?
Anybody?
Go ahead, sis. You can answer. Turn the switch on.
It's on.
It's on.
It might be the thing that you
Okay. Say it again.
Go ahead. Speak.
She said she think it was pride. Pride is a part of it, but I'm looking for something that's in the scripture. Something that was said in the scripture.
What scripture?
The first scripture I read. The first scripture I read in the class. You know what I'm getting at?
No, that don't want to come.
Let's see what's going on right here.
Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. Sister Nazimana says selfishness.
Selfishness. She definitely was selfish.
But that's not it.
That's not it. Go ahead, sis.
She got a demon.
She definitely got a demon. Go ahead.
The first scripture you read was about the beauty is vain, so maybe she thought she was beautiful.
You close to it. It's that scripture, but that's not the right part.
I'm gonna give it to y'all for time's sake. Y'all want to take one more crack at it? What's going on TikTok?
It's still running.
Okay, I'm trying to see if anybody got it. Y'all want me to give it to you for time's sake?
Anybody else want to give it a shot?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, sis.
It was definitely her friends. You understand? I mean, if she was there by herself, she would have just came and see what her husband wanted. The problem with that sister, what she didn't have, is what a lot of sisters don't have.
If I could, no,
Go
go ahead.
You might have it.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I want to see if you got it.
Because the favor that she had is what's deceitful.
Oh, that is, boy, you dead. You almost there.
Oh,
this is what I wanted out of that scripture. She didn't fear the Lord. Right?
Oh,
you understand? She didn't fear the Lord.
Damn right.
You understand? A woman who fears the Lord, she's gonna be an excellent wife to her husband. Right? You understand? Because the closest thing to God in her life is her husband. She's gonna follow the order. It's gonna be God, Christ, her husband, her, and then the children. You understand? So she wasn't a God-fearing woman. You understand? She wasn't that type of woman. She was fair and beautiful to look upon. She may have been one of the baddest women in the land, but she wasn't God-fearing. Right. You understand? So let's see what happens to this particular woman right here.
By his chambers. Therefore was the king very wroth.
It was what?
Very wroth.
The word wrath, R-O-T-H, it means angry. He was very mad. Like what? He's sitting around all these men that's under him. He's the king. He's around all these men. You understand? And they look at him like he's the man. Right. They want to be him. They want to be in his seat. They want to be on the throne. They want to be in his position. Right. They want to be over these 100 and something provinces or whatever. Right. You understand? This is a highly respected man. And his wife disrespects him in front of everybody. His wife disrespected him in front of everybody. No, you too wild. You can't retrieve that. This front seat. Okay, come. You understand? So this man was this man was a king. You understand? The men under him looking at him like he's the man. And he called for his wife, and his wife said, "Nah." You know what I'm saying? Tell him going on. I ain't got time there. You know, I'm over here doing my thing. Disrespected him, disobeyed him in front of the whole kingdom. Now, mind you, he was just married and full of drink. You know what he thought about doing? He didn't think about doing something to make himself exalt himself. He thought about getting his wife to give her glory. Right. Let me give my wife some glory. I'm getting all this glory. Let me give my wife some glory. You understand? And she said no. She disobeyed him. You understand? And he got angry, man, as he should. As he should. Read on.
And his anger burned in him. Verse 13. The king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for it was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment. So
when it says the wise men that knew the time, think about it how we speak in today's speech, how we speak, right? They knew what time it is. They knew what time it was. They know the age. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just saw you call for your wife and she denied you and she didn't come. Right. You understand? Everybody saw that. So he know that everybody looking like, what? She did that to the king? You know what I'm saying? But what is he gonna do? You understand? That she disrespected him like in front of everybody. Read on.
Verse 14. And next unto him was Karshina, Shathar, Admatha, Tarshish, Marius, Messina, and Memucan, the 7 princes of Persia and Media.
These are high-ranking men. Seven princes of Persia. All these highly empowered men that's right there. It's kind of like what Elon Musk's son did to Donald Trump.
Wait.
Right. You're not the president. You know what I'm saying? In front of everybody.
Right.
Live. You understand? Well,
Dirty.
yeah. That's a rough one. That's a rough one, man. Imagine you at work. Your wife pull up to the job and just start slapping you and beating you up and treating you all kind of way at the job. What the people at the job gonna say?
Well, look at here. Hey.
Word gonna be all around the job. People way in receiving that ain't seen nothing. Gonna be talking like they were right there. Yeah, man. She hit him with she tried to hit him with the car. Blah blah blah. You understand?
That boy saw for Sherman tissue.
Yeah, that boy. I thought he, man. I thought he harder than that.
Yeah, all that stuff you be talking, his wife was slapping the fire.
Right. You understand? You gonna be looking bad out here, man.
Yeah, boy.
And so she had the king in front of all these men looking bad out here. And think about this. These other Persian princes, they probably like, they probably don't play. Persia is like the Arabs. Wow.
Yeah, they wild.
When it come to women,
Yeah,
y'all see them laws and all that. The laws in Dubai. You know,
oh yeah.
You can't screen. You can't be a loud woman in Dubai.
Right.
You understand? They got some crazy laws over there for women in Dubai. What the sister they got arrested for twerking?
Yeah.
You can't twerk in Dubai. These are some serious cats, man. And they see
twerk out in public in Dubai.
And they looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga weak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really?
You know?
So good. Which saw the king's face, and which sat the first in the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. Which shall we do unto the queen? Vashti according to law.
Now this is an excellent question, man. Hey, listen. Because if you serving under a brother and that brother gets disrespected, you feel disrespected. Right? You understand? If you think you can walk up on any of the generals and disrespect them, you're gonna have a rough day, man.
Lord be with you.
Lord be with you. You understand? I might have to get checked. These means are held in high regard.
Right.
You understand? I remember brother saying, "Yeah, I'll come across the table on the general." No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, you were gonna be picked into a million pieces. Go ahead.
Sister Bernard had a statement. She said, "Salak, if I may, it gives room for the other women to follow her lead because of her status. If she said no, then others may follow suit."
That is so correct. Get that sister hand. That is so correct, man. That is so correct. Because the ripple effect starts to happen, which is the reason why when you sit up here and you love a woman and hold a woman in high regard who is an evil and disgusting woman, women start to think it's okay to be evil and disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely.
You understand? Right. The woman come outside half naked. You understand? If you like, ooh, you know, oh man, all the men doing it, the next woman gonna say, "Look, time to take clothes off."
Yeah.
You understand?
They had her upstanding meal.
Yeah, right.
And the crazy part about it, just like so many of our sisters that's in the world, they love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the stuff they'll laugh at, or they'll think it's funny. They'll watch that, or like the homosexuality. How they watch the homosexual and think it's funny, but in reality, it's a destruction mechanism for you.
Right.
It destroys you to see your sisters act like that, and you think it's funny.
Right.
It destroys you to see a homosexual try to be like you because they're trying to replace you, but you think it's funny.
Right.
That's that favor that is so deceitful.
Right. And everything has a ripple effect, man. Whether it's good or bad, everything has a ripple effect. You understand? Crips and Bloods and all that, the gangs that started in California, now it's nationwide. You know, I seen a documentary. They gang banging it out.
Hey.
They gang banging it out. You understand? Like it's a ripple effect to everything that we do. You understand? Right. Read on it. What the sister bringing out, the men that's under the king, they gonna speak to him about it.
Right.
They gonna speak about it. Read on.
because she had not performed the commandment of the king Ashur by the chamber. Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vashti, the queen hath not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes.
Right, you understand? Like, we offended too. She didn't just do something wrong to you. Right. She wronged us too. But guess what? You are higher ranking king than I am. Right. And if your woman can treat you like that, then imagine how my woman gonna treat you.
Good night.
Right. You understand?
Right.
Imagine what my woman can do. If you allow your woman to do that to you.
That's right.
Read on.
And to all the people that are in all the provinces of the king Ashur.
He said all the people that's in that 180 provinces. You understand? I mean 100 and something provinces. She did wrong to all the people.
Right.
That's a lot, sir.
Go ahead.
That brings me to 1 Corinthians 11, when it says if a woman has her head uncovered, she dishonoreth her head.
That's right.
But that's dishonoring Christ as well.
Damn right.
Because she's supposed to do unto her husband as she would unto Christ.
Right. Damn right. So some offenses you think it's a personal offense. It's just in between you and your husband. Sometimes you offend others too.
That's
right.
Like
your brother was bringing out, arguing in front of the kids, you offending them kids.
That's right.
They think that that's normal. They think that's how it should be. But it should be. So like you, sir, if I may, can I have a word with you? Come on, no sweat. And y'all go somewhere in private and y'all talk. You understand? No yelling and all in the emotions and in your emotions and your feelings and everything like that. Everything should be done in the decency, in the order. You understand? And that's scripture. That's righteous. You understand? That's fearing the Lord. Read on.
Okay, verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women.
The what? The deed of the queen shall what?
The deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women.
If the queen can do it, I can do it. You understand? If Beyonce can do it, I can do it. Ain't she the queen bee? If Beyonce can go out on stage and have naked with her butt out and do this and do that, I can do it. You understand? If Cardi B can do it, I can do it. If Megan Thee Stallion can do it, I can do it. You understand? Read on.
So that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes.
Despise who?
Their husbands in their eyes.
So now these women to see what happened, they'll despise their husband. They'll despise their husband. Start to disrespect their husband. Start to not care about what they do and what they say to their husband. And what happens when the children see that? They start to have a lack of respect for their father. And you have what we have right now today. The type of community that we have right now today. Because there's no structure in our community. You understand? A woman wants to be a head of the household in our community. You understand? If a woman don't even want to be submissive to a man. The rapper Sister Doechii said, a straight man is a turnoff. A straight man is a turnoff. It's a red flag.
That's a lot too.
If he love women, that's a turnoff. Go ahead, Ottawa.
And on top of that, what y'all saying is so heavy because if you look at a lot of these entertainment sisters and rappers, the first thing they holler out is, "Well, I'm not a role model." That's to take the blame off of them when they out there half naked. When you know you're on the radio and you shooting videos half naked and you know kids watching this, but you say, "Oh, I don't let my kid watch it." So what about all the other hundreds and thousands of kids y'all influence with y'all garbage? But they use it as an excuse. "Oh, I'm not a role model." That's because they don't want to get blamed when you already to blame.
Right. You got no accountability. You're right.
Hey, that's right. That's right. Give it up. Give it up. How did that saying go? You give them an inch, they'll take them out. You understand? So, brothers, y'all, this is to strengthen brothers and sisters in their rightful position. Brothers should be, you know what I'm saying, stern. You understand? Immovable. And what will move that brother is a righteous woman, a woman that's submissive, a woman who knows how to talk, a woman who knows how to speak, a woman who's pleasing in her actions, in her duties. You understand? Like I tell my rib all the time when she get out of line, I say I'm that's very unpleasant. I'm unpleased with you. You understand? Some of you brothers be like, "Bitch." I say, I was very unpleased with you.
Right.
It's unpleasant. She confused. She said, she like, this nigga said,
Right.
unpleasant.
Like it.
Go ahead.
I ain't done yet.
No sweat.
First nigga.
No sweat. No
Man,
sweat.
I don't have to do that.
Most high Christ. Get out of here. You understand? No sweat.
Yeah, that's what you want to say.
For me,
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to. What does she mean? Straight men are attractive? Like I don't. That don't even make sense.
Exactly, sis. I know what she's a open what's the best way? She's an open LGBTQ person.
Okay.
You understand? But saying that a straight man is unattractive is also saying that a gay man is attractive.
Right.
You understand?
That is.
So that's the problem.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because she's here because her daddy was a straight man.
Right.
You understand? She got breath in her body because her daddy is a straight man, but a straight man is a turn off in the red flag.
That just show you that she had no respect for her father.
Right.
Well,
No respect for her head.
Right.
And
really,
it's a lot. It also show you she'll sleep with a homosexual man because she still wants him to ride. She don't want to ride. She ain't gonna call him straight, but she still gonna get the ride when he acting like a sissy. Like, it don't make no sense.
she might have been watching Sakari, sir. She might be in the spec. She might be in a motel.
Wow.
You know, she might be listening to Usher Trading Place.
I hear you. Brown sticks.
He said, hey, that's a whole
So
nother.
I get my bad.
That's
Yeah, my bad.
a whole other story, man. We gonna move forward in the scripture, man. Read on.
Good. Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes. When it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not.
Right. Everybody gonna say, hey man, the king was having a good time and balling out, and you know what I'm saying, having this amazing celebration. And he wanted to show his real about she ain't come for that lame ass nigga, Nigga look like she don't want that nigga for his money. She don't want that nigga because he a king. She ain't come for that nigga, man. He ain't got it like that, man. Nigga really can get her. You know
Right.
They gonna talk bad about it.
Bet she wouldn't try me like that.
Right. I would, if it was me. What the brother said, nah, hey. If it was me, I would, you know what I'm saying?
Man, shit. You would have did nothing, nigga. That's the king we talking about. You have no more power than him at all. You have much less.
Right.
You talking about what you would have did to him.
Right.
Well, look at here.
Read on, please.
Verse 18. Likewise shall the lady of Persia immediately say this day unto all the king princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen. Thus shall thou arise to much contempt and wrath. Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Now, sister. Some of y'all got it good and don't know how good you got it.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And you don't ever think about what you have can be given to another. Right. What you unappreciative of. Right. It can be given to another.
Right.
That's deserved.
Right.
You understand? If I could, Bible shall read that one more time.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Now, all that big partying and that boss chick she had going on, oh, you can just imagine the type of clothing she had, the dresses and the period and the rings. They probably looking at her rings. What that is, a 7-carat ring, you know what I'm saying? She's stunned. He said, take all of her estate and give it to another.
That is better than she.
You understand? Take everything from her and give it to another that's better than her. Give it to a woman that'll come when you call her. You understand? Give it to a woman that will obey you, that will be submissive, that will love you and honor you.
That's right.
Honor your man.
And so long, if I could,
go ahead.
The problem or the thing that sisters should pay attention to in this book, in this chapter, and what we read right now, the sister had everything that a woman thinks that she wants. Now, I remember seeing the video with Joe Budden there when they were talking about, they were listening to the something about Adam and Eve.
Right.
How Eve was tricked by the serpent to tell her that she would get everything that she wanted if she ate from the tree. And ate from the tree, and then the lady was sitting there, she was like, why you ain't saying nothing? I was waiting for more. You say that's the point, exactly. She had everything that she thought she wanted and still was waiting on some more.
Right.
This is the queen. Right. You are next to the ruler of everything in the land which you live.
Right.
Get what you want. You can do what you want with the exception of respect unto him. But you would take that opportunity to disrespect him in front of all his servants in his lands.
So like this, and she doubled down on him.
Right.
Good night.
That's what behooves me. She doubled down on him. Like,
diabolical.
I don't want to deal with this nigga though.
Right. Absolutely horrible.
You gonna say something?
Another small detail in this story everybody need to realize: the sisters, they wasn't no queens back then. Ain't no queen in Israel. It was the king. He didn't call her no queen. She wasn't no queen or nothing. Because if you look at these Edomite kingdoms and all these other kingdoms, they got your king and your queen. They would have been picking sides. Well, we with the queen. We with the king. No, it said king. He did not call her no queen. She wasn't known as a queen. You got it.
Read on.
Because, verse 20. And when the king's decree, which he shall be published throughout all his empire.
Now you know what it means for something to be published, like first get published, mass produced, put out into the public for people to see. You understand that decree that they said that they need to be made, that everything that belongs to her is gonna be given to another woman that deserves it. You understand?
Right.
He want that while all the king, all the providences.
Right.
I want the baddest one in the whole land. You understand?
Right.
Read on.
For it is great. All the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small.
Now, all the women gonna see this. And what they would have saw is a woman disrespect her husband and still be able to be in her position.
Right.
Now they get to see a woman who disrespected her husband and lost her position. And now all the women is gonna say that's dating those 7 princes and all these men that's highly revered. They're gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna get my act together.
Right.
Ain't gonna do that.
You understand?
She don't. That ain't talking about it.
Hey, if she argue with her husband that night, she gonna come back and say, my Lord.
Right. Absolutely.
I take full responsibility for my actions. Please forgive me.
Wait
you understand?
Yeah. Did she rethink herself?
Yeah, she gonna think twice. Because now you with a man in power and you still want to be, and I look at these sisters, man, like Hollywood housewives, basketball wives. You was nobody.
Right.
You was so-and-so's wife.
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal's wife.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
This basketball, Scottie Pippen's wife. You was nobody.
Right.
You was a man who was somebody, wife. And
right.
Look at the way that they act.
Right.
You understand? Because she was able to disrespect that man.
Yeah.
And another man of power to take that same disrespectful woman and then wipe her up. You understand? she don't learn. She don't get to learn the lesson.
Right.
But in this case, you understand?
I got you.
Everybody had to get their act right. Go ahead, sis.
I just wanted to say, so like if I may, she don't even realize that she's no longer a prospect for anybody after they just if he put her away. Because nobody's gonna want her.
Right.
And for y'all online, if y'all didn't hear what she said that, and the queen didn't even realize that she wouldn't even be a prospect for anybody else if he put her away after her disrespect to the king.
Right. She reduced herself. You understand? And now she go from being known as the woman who had the greatest man in all of their land to the woman that, you know, that blew it. Imagine hitting the lotto. You known for being, you know, you hit 100 million on the lottery, and then you blow it all and you pour you on the street.
Man, that bad bitch.
You understand? What was that basketball player that used to date LeBron James' mama?
Delonte West.
Delonte West. You understand? Your name was always in the media for being a great basketball player, and next thing you know, they see you on the side of the street, you know, homeless, looking like a bum. You understand? It's a horrible look.
Yeah, man.
It's a horrible look. Go ahead, sis. You got a question?
Did it say the decree was for great and small men, so even the janitor.
Damn right. It's white got no question as well. Damn right. That's heavy. You bring that out. Get that sister. That's a great man and the small man. You understand? Read on.
Good. Verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the saying pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memphis. Verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, into every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house.
Every man should what?
Bear rule in his own house.
Every man should what?
Bear rule in his own house.
What kind of man?
Every man.
Every man shall bear rule in his own house. Man. And that's important for a man to hear and a sister to hear.
Right.
Do not call another man for another man to run your household.
Right.
You understand? This ain't the Christian church.
Right.
Pastor don't run a damn thing.
That's right.
I don't run officer of Kawan house, and Kawan don't run my damn house.
That's right.
Every man ruled over what?
Should bear rule in his own house.
Now, quick question for you, brothers and sisters, man. What does it mean for somebody to bear rule? What does that mean? For somebody to bear rule?
You too. I bet that sister learned the lesson that what the saying is, your mouth then wrote a check that your ass can't cash. I bet she learned that lesson.
Damn right.
Oh, God. Wait.
Let's see what we got. Sister Yaqua said, leave. Princess Nazamanas said, rule over. Okay. Anybody else? What does it mean to bear rule over your house?
Go ahead, sis.
Make commands. Okay. Right to judge. When you bear rule over your house, right? That means to be respected in your house. Right? That was the problem. She didn't respect the king. Everything that she had, she didn't respect him. Be respected in your house, man. A woman that respects you will treat you far better than a woman that doesn't respect you.
Absolutely.
Be the type of man, you understand, that commands, that demands to be respected in his house. Right. By your wife, by your children, and by strangers.
Right.
You understand? A man should be, read that again.
Verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, into every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house.
Every man should be respected in their own house, man. How the hell you gonna disrespect the king? And this all belongs to him.
Right.
This ain't yours.
Right.
You understand?
Not even yourself. You belong to him.
Right. She belongs. Right. Come
You're
on,
the
man.
prophet to him, and
You understand?
Man.
And this is how it should be. This is the type of that a woman who allows a man to be in his rightful position and takes her rightful position. That woman is amazing.
it is a glorious
You
thing.
understand? What is
I
this?
got that.
Read on.
So good. And it should be published according to the language of every people.
They wrote this in every language. This had to be heard. You understand? They had the this was like the KJV.
International.
This was international. They had it in Chinese. You understand? Japanese. They had it in 45 languages.
Right.
This needs to be heard. This needs to be declared throughout all the lands. You understand?
Right.
The ranking system of a household, and that a man should be respected in his house.
Right.
You understand? If you don't respect him, there's consequences for that.
Right.
Read on.
So good. Chapter 2. This is the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 1.
Mhm.
After these things, when the wrath of the king Ahasuerus was appeased, he remembered Vashti and what she had done, and what was decreed against her. Verse 2.
He remembered what she did and what was decreed against her. You understand? Yeah, she got to move around.
Yeah.
Got to get her up out of here.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 2. Then the king's servants that ministered unto him, let there be fair young virgins sought for the king.
Now, a virgin in the scriptures don't mean what it means in the world. Right? Today, a virgin would be a woman. In the world, would be a woman who haven't had sex. You understand? But in the scriptures, a virgin is a young woman of marriageable age. You understand? Not a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, none of that. A woman of marriageable age.
Right.
You understand? So he said, go out and get the finest, all the fine women of marriageable age. You understand? That don't have a husband. Read on.
And let the king appoint officers in all the provinces of his kingdom, that they may gather together all the fair young virgins unto Shushan, the palace, to the house of the women, unto the custody of Hesh, the king's chamber.
Go out there and find all the baddest women you can find.
Right.
You understand? Go find the baddest women you can find. And you tell them all that the position of the queen of this whole empire is open.
Right.
And he accepted the application.
Are they round up putting on waist trainers?
Yeah, they going crazy, huh?
Can't breathe when they feet in tuna.
Sucking their stomach, having and good arms and
Man, and they
on top not straight. They putting on their tippy shoe. I won't shoe.
Hey, mama pulling out the good stuff out the front.
Yeah.
Baby. We're gonna use this today.
And this back in the day, well, they didn't have plastic surgery.
Right.
If you was bad, you was bad. You understand? It wasn't no BBL. You understand? It wasn't none of this what y'all got going on. With all these different surgeries or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Good. Keeper of the woman, and let their things for purification be given them.
Now, back in those days, right? A lot of you sisters, y'all do different things today. Y'all do like in the steam treatments or whatever the case may be. You understand? To y'all put the mask on your face to pull all the imperfections and stuff out of your face, and you know what I'm saying? Go get waxed and things of that nature. They doing all the purification things. You understand? Making themselves as pure as possible, making sure their skin is popping. You understand? Making sure if sweat come out of their pores, it smells like something beautiful.
Right.
You understand? Cleaning themselves and adorning themselves. Putting the things that they need to put in their hair and moisturizing and doing different things. They purifying themselves.
Right.
Getting themselves ready for the king. You understand?
Right.
Imagine you had the chance to be with a king over 100 and something countries. You understand? Like you doing the most. You doing the worst. Hair did, nails did. You know what I'm saying? You doing it all. Read on.
Right. Hey, Salaki.
Go ahead.
They super washing that box. You heard me? They getting prepared.
Go.
Someone in the tub got a one.
Yeah,
on TikTok. They just someone in the tub.
They got their okra water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Go ahead on.
Good. Verse 4. and let the maiden which pleaseth the king be queen.
So like it pleases. Read it again.
So good. Verse 4. And let the maiden which pleaseth, so like it, which pleaseth the king be queen instead of Vashti.
Now, out of all these women, let the one that pleased the king be the queen. You understand? Let him have his pick. The one that he say, oh yeah, that's the one right there. You know what I'm saying? Let her be the queen.
And so y'all understand that these are heathens.
Right.
So he can put away their women the way they want to. They're not under the law of Israel. These are heathens and the Persians and Medes. So that's why he's able to put away his wife the way he wants to and get him another queen.
Right.
Just so y'all understand that.
You know?
And he did so. Verse 5. Now in Shushan, the palace, the son of Jared, the son of Shemi, the son of Kish, a Benjamite. Verse 6. Who had been carried away from Jerusalem with captivity, which had been carried away with Jeconiah, king of Judah. Jeconiah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away. Verse 7. And he brought up Hadassah, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter. For she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful, whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter. Verse 8. Mm-hmm. So it came to pass, when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan, the palace, to the custody of Haggai, that Esther was brought also unto the king's house, to the custody of Haggai, keeper of the women.
If somebody saw Esther and said, ooh, I think the king gonna like this one here. You understand? So they brought her up to the king. You understand? Read on.
Verse 9. And the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him, and he speedily gave her the things of purification.
Oh, he tricked it off.
Good thing.
He hurry up and gave it to her.
Right.
He was like, get rid of the rest of them. Yeah, get rid of them.
Right.
Wait a minute, who is this? You understand? Read on.
With such things as belonged to her,
mm-hmm.
and 7 maidens, which were meat to be given her.
And he gave her everything the other sister had, other woman had. Right. And he gave her 7 maidens. Just to be, just to be her servant. Like he bossed her up instantly. You understand?
Right.
Read on.
Out of the king's house. And he preferred her and her maids unto the best place of the house of the women.
He gave them the best he gave them the best spot in the house. Right. You know what I'm saying? He tried to impress her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He gave her the best spot in the house for her and her maid. You understand? Read on.
Verse 10. Esther had not showed her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not shew it.
Now, at Salaki, now I want y'all to pay attention to this. Now, Mordecai is the uncle that acts as the father for Esther. Right. Esther is getting orders from Mordecai.
Right.
Watch what she's doing. That's right. That's important. Now, and one more thing about that, what he just read. Esther, Mordecai told her, don't show her that you are of the children of Israel. Right. Don't show her that. Don't show him that. Right. He don't need to know that you are an Israelite. Right. That's the plan, because there is a plan for the work that Esther needs to do for the children of Israel.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the women's house to know how Esther did and what should become of her.
So he walking, he checking on her.
Yeah, right.
You know how you see the different TV shows or whatever about a kingdom or whatever, kings and princesses or whatever the case may be. They putting clothes on her. You know, they doing her hair a certain way. You know what I'm saying? They doing this and doing that and teaching her the different etiquette. You know, what fork and spoon, and, you know, so he's checking on her every day to see how she coming along. You understand? So he got her the best of the best, and they adorning her and doing all these different things for her, and he checking on her every day. You understand? Like he really liked this sister, man. He's really interested in this sister. Read on.
Verse 12. Now when every maid's turn was come to go in the king into King Ahasuerus, after that she had been 12 months, according to the manner of the women. For so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors, and with other things for the purifying of the women. Verse 13. Then thus came every maiden unto the king. Whatsoever she desired was given her to go with her out of the house of the women unto the king's house. Verse 14. In the evening she went, and on the morrow she returned unto the second house of the women, to the custody of Shashgaz, the king's chamberlain, which kept the concubines. She came in unto the king no more, except the king delighted in her, and that she were called by name. Verse 15. Now with the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abiel, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, was come to go in unto the king. She required nothing but what Haggai the king's chamberlain, the keeper of the women, appointed. And Esther obtained favor in the sight of all that looked upon her.
Right. Everybody was impressed by her. You understand? The way she carried herself, the way that she looked, the way that she picked up on the things, you know what I'm saying, that was being taught. Everybody looked at her and they was like, you know, all in the grids. This is the one right here.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
And so like she didn't require anything.
Right.
That's important. Right. Like she was humble in every aspect. And every one of them other women, and I'm saying this because the way that the Bible puts it, everybody else must have asked for something.
Right.
Because they made the statement, she asked for nothing but what was appointed to her.
Right.
Everybody else went in there all preppy and prissy, wanting something. Oh, I'm finna be queen. Let me get this. Let me get that.
Right. I want gold slippers.
Right. She ain't want nothing. Nothing but what they appointed.
I want frankincense and myrrh.
Right.
You understand?
She like it.
She said I'll take what you get. You understand? Read on.
Verse 16. So Esther was taken unto the king Ahasuerus into his house royal in the 10th month, which is the month of Tebet, in the 7th year of his reign. Verse 17. And the king loved Esther above all the women.
He what?
Loved Esther above all the women.
He saw favor in her. You understand? Not only is she bad, but she humble.
Right.
She don't require much. I got it all. I don't mind giving it to her.
Right.
She don't require much. She ain't asking for this and that. You know what I'm saying? She don't feel entitled.
Right.
It's not an experience for her. You understand? Like the rest of them treat it like it's an experience. Like, oh, well, I'm gonna get all I can get just in case. You know what I'm saying? He don't pick me. I had this experience.
Right.
She was humble. You understand? And because she was humble, she was different. And because she was different, she stood out.
Right.
She stood out. You understand? Read on.
And she obtained grace and favor in his sight.
It's a type of woman, man. She just stands out. You understand? I'm talking to you, have a few conversations, but you be like, she different. She different from these other sisters.
Right.
You understand? This sister is genuine. You understand? This sister, this the one right here. You understand? Read on.
More than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown upon her head.
He did what?
Set the crown upon her head.
Because of the way that she carried herself, because of how humble she was, and because of how beautiful she was. Normally, even in today's society, a beautiful woman is horrible on a horrible person.
Right.
You understand? A horrible person.
Right.
Like the most beautiful women are out here showing their whole body. There's no secret about it.
Right.
You understand?
And you know, and Salaki, you know what else though? You learn as you get older and as you learn the truth that not only is the outer appearance of a woman is what's important, but once you learn to see what real beauty is, you look at a total package of a woman.
Right.
You look at the like Captain McCarr say, the ability to be a mother and nurture kids, the ability to be submissive, obedient, the ability to be humble and all right with the bare minimum, if that's what it is. The ability to obey and do all of the things that are righteous in the sight of the Lord.
Right. It's the type of woman she want to cuss you out.
Ooh-wee.
She want to let you have it.
Right.
You understand? But because she respects you, because she knows her place and your place, she know that she hold back. She pipe down. You understand? That's how you know. Those are qualities of, you know, a real woman, a woman who can be a great benefit to you. You understand?
Right.
You know?
And she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti.
Right. This sister, man, was the Israelite sister. What? You know what tribe she was from?
Esther, I don't.
She was Benjaminite, wasn't she?
I don't remember.
It says she was Benjaminite.
This sister was a. This sister.
Salak. Yeah,
Go ahead. Benjaminite sister, which would be a Jamaican sister. This sister was bad.
Yeah.
I'm saying, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, read on.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
Then the king made a great feast unto all his princes and his servants, even Esther's feast. And he made a release to the provinces and gave gifts according to the state of the king. Verse 19. And when the virgins were gathered together the second time, then Mordecai sat in the king's gate. Verse 20. Esther had not yet shewed her kindred, nor her people, as Mordecai had charged her. For Esther did the commandment of Mordecai, like as when she was brought up with him.
So, like, read that again.
Come good. Esther had not yet showed her kindred, nor her people, as Mordecai had charged her.
As what?
Mordecai had charged her.
Go ahead.
For Esther did the commandment of Mordecai.
She did the what?
Commandment of Mordecai, like as when she was brought up with him.
Right.
So she, the same way that he was raising her, she still listened to him, even though she was the queen of all the land.
The queen.
She could have got puffed up. She could have said, to hell, what you trying to tell me?
What?
I'm the queen of, you know what I'm saying? She could have got prideful. You understand? Which most sisters would do. Oh, you don't know what you talk about, huh? I'm the queen. You know what I'm saying? I live in the raw pack. You just mad because, you know how
My beauty did.
Right, you just mad because you still in the gutter and I done came up and I got, gold horses and carriages. Right. And you know what I'm saying? You still riding your pony.
Right.
You understand? No, she still held that same respect and love for her uncle and seek his counsel, and she did his commandment. Go ahead, sis.
I was trying to see who Mordecai was.
That's her uncle. That's who raised her. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 21. In those days, while Mordecai sat in the king's gate, two of the king's chamberlains, Becton and Teresh, of those who kept the door, were wroth and sought to lay hand on the king Ahasuerus. Verse 22. And the thing was known to Mordecai, who told it unto Esther the queen, and Esther certified the king thereof in Mordecai's name. Verse 23. And the inquisition was made of the matter. It was found out. Therefore, they were both hanged on a tree. Good night. And it was written in the book of the Chronicles before the king.
Good night, man. So Mordecai told her, she told the king, they took action.
Right.
They made some things happen.
But
you understand?
The heavy part about it, she did it in Mordecai's name.
Right. She did it in March. So she made sure that, man, the sister, that sister is amazing.
Yeah, man.
You understand? So now the king is looking like, who the hell is this Mordecai?
Right.
Right. This man deserves, you understand?
Right.
This man deserves the best of the best.
Okay.
I have to meet this man. You understand? Right. Read on.
Like so them two soldiers was about the back door. Right.
They had some men about the back door, about to take him out, try to take what belongs to him.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But you know, Mordecai heard of it, told Esther, and Esther told the king, like, you know what? You know what's also good to have? The type of sister that got her ears to the street. Got a sister that know what time it is, know what the hell going on. You understand?
Where
so baby, you know they giving grants for XYZ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, you know, such and such. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's good to have a woman who knows what's going on, who knows how to maneuver through different places and avenues. You understand? Right. Because it can save you.
Yeah, right.
It can save your life. That's valuable in a woman. Right. You understand? Read on.
Good. Verse 23. When the Inquisition was made, so like chapter 3, this is the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 1. After these things, did the king Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, and advanced him, and set his seat above all the princes that were with him. Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning them. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence.
Right. Mordecai didn't bow.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
This is a hardcore Israelite brother.
Yes, sir.
You understand? This is the man like he was one West.
Yeah, well.
You know what I'm saying? He was one West. You know what I'm saying? He is not VNU. He is RN. He's real in university.
Yeah,
right.
Read on.
Verse 3.
Bow to you, man. He probably looking left and right.
Right.
All these niggas bowing.
Right.
Bow to this dude, man.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 3. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgressest thou the king's commandments? Verse 4. Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened unto them not.
Read again, Bo.
And he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand. For he had told them that he was a Jew. Verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath. Verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had shown him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Assyria.
Good night. Like this reminds me of like when I go to my daughter's graduation, and they say, "Now let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance." And I'm still sitting there,
right?
And my kids still sitting there, and the white people looking at us like, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Right?
Like we protested or something.
Right.
Oh, you ain't gonna get up and put your hand over your heart and pledge to the flag.
Right.
That flag.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I'm a Jew. You understand? I'm a Jew like Mordecai Jew. You understand? Like we ain't them type of niggas, man.
Right.
You understand?
Pledge allegiance to no one but the outside.
Damn right. Damn right, man. Read on.
Even the people of Mordecai. Verse 7. In the first month, that is the month of Nisan, in the 12th year of the king Ahasuerus, they cast her, that is the lot, before Haman, from day to day, and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar. Verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad of dispersed among the people in all the premises of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people, neither keep they the king's laws.
Right, they law is different.
Right.
They law, matter of fact, not only is they law different, it's diverse from all people.
Right.
Right.
You understand? They law is holy.
Right.
It's separate. It's set apart.
Right.
It's not the same as everybody else.
That's right.
You understand? And they probably look at the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Israelites, like, it's better than our law.
Right.
It's better than what, you know what I'm saying? If it was our law, we would have did it this way, or we would have did it that way.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But we have the Most High God's law. We have the wisdom of the Most High God.
That's right.
Right.
You understand? This Bible, it ain't nothing to play with. This Bible, I mean, I could say so many things about it in its true context, but it was by Israelites for Israelites.
That's
You
right.
understand? This is not a white man book and all that, contrary to popular belief. It's not a white man book. White man wrote it and all this and whatever, all this nonsense that it's not a fairy tale book. This is a history book.
That's right.
What we're reading right now, this actually happened.
Right.
You understand? These are historical records. These are actual people who actually lived, and these things actually happened. You understand?
Right.
Read on now.
Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer this. Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business.
He put money
On their head.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
He writing a letter, and he wants the letter certified by the king, so he can order this hit.
Right.
So he can put the word out.
Right.
Put the hit out. You understand? To destroy these. All because,
Mordecai won't bow.
one man wouldn't bow to you.
Right.
You understand? Had the nerve not to bow to you. You understand?
I agree.
Right. Read on.
To bring it into the king's treasuries. Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman.
So, like, real quick, while we on the subject, I don't know how I didn't say this. You understand? Not only do we not bow to them, but they bow down and kiss our boots.
That's right.
You understand? Right. They bow down and kiss our boots.
Right.
They bow down.
Right.
You understand? I
Right.
mean, one night, what that was out of one, we got a East Indian, an Edomite. We got an Edomite, and a Moabite to kiss our boots in the middle of Bourbon Street, all at the same time. We made history.
Good night.
We made history, man. All right. You understand? And you should have seen the look on the people's faces. Like, if they get down and kissing their feet,
How dare
you
you?
understand?
Right.
You different. Read on.
Come. Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hamath, the Agagite, the Jews' enemy. Verse 11. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee. Verse 12. Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day with the first month, 13th day of the first month. And there was written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province according to the written thereof.
So the king certified.
To the writing thereof.
The king certified. And he made it an official order. You understand? And let me show you the power of a woman that's submissive. A power of a woman that's pleasant.
Right.
You understand? The power of a woman that's obedient and
Right.
submissive. You understand? Because once again, the king don't know that Esther is an Israelite.
Right.
The king don't know that he just signed and stamped an order to kill the people of his wife. You understand?
Right.
And he loved Esther because she's unlike any other woman, of course, because like they said, we have different laws.
Right.
You understand? And this is a God-fearing woman. This is a righteous woman.
That's right.
Right.
You understand? That's what made her stand out amongst the other women.
Right.
You understand? The way that she carried herself.
Right.
The way that she talked. You understand? It goes a long way. Come.
Now you're trying.
Come.
You can't.
He calling her into the
No, you can't.
Calling her to change and stuff like that. She's sitting there with him and things like
4
that.
and 4. Oh, when the king called in the chamber?
Yeah, calling her and she's sitting there with the king and stuff like that.
That's in chapter 5.
We're gonna skip down a little bit. Time
And if you want, I'll read a little bit.
yeah, I just want to show
Michael Bar.
how the sister conducted herself, man, and how she spoke and was able to get whatever she wanted. Right. You know what I'm saying? And in essence, control the king because of her submissiveness. You understand? Right. Like it's a way. It's a way to do everything. It's a right way to do everything. And it's a righteous way to do everything.
And just to kind of speed us through, to say what happened next is actually Esther met up with Mordecai to discuss what was going on, and Mordecai gave her orders on how to deal with it and how to handle it with the king. Once she went before the king, she knew how to handle herself, what to say to him, and to present her people that she was of the children of Israel to the king. So we're gonna go to Esther chapter 5 and verse 1. Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, you got it.
Come. Esther chapter 5 verse 1. Now it came to pass on the 3rd day that Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house, and the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house, over against the gate of the house. Verse 2. And it was so, when the king saw Esther, the queen, standing in the court, that she obtained favor in his sight.
Right. So when he saw her get dressed up, you know what I'm saying, and that royal in her royal apparel, he was like, ooh wee. You understand? Right. That's my wife right there. I wonder why she put that on today. You understand? I wonder why. Let me see what's going on with my wife.
Right.
You understand? Right. You know?
Son out of one con. And the king held. She know what that man like. You understand? Absolutely. She put on what that man like. Absolutely.
You understand? To get his attention and gain his favor.
That's right.
You got to study your man. You understand? Do what he like. Right. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's going to help you.
That's right.
You understand? Read on.
Son out of one con. And the king held out to Esther the golden scepter that was in his hand.
The scepter is like, you know, the staff that, like the long pole thing that the king have. You know, they sit on their throne and they got this long pole thing. You understand? And it's probably engraved with different designs and, you know, kingdom that he took over and destroyed and, you know, things of that nature, his accomplishment, XYZ. You understand? And he pointed the staff out to her. You get what I'm saying? It's some old, this gangster.
Yeah,
king type shit.
Yeah.
Your girl over there looking good. You like,
you ain't have to say nothing.
Yeah.
You don't have to say nothing.
He reels up with the staff like, hey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read on.
John, I don't want to call.
Go ahead.
I know, yeah, I just wanted to point out we had skipped it, but chapter 4, verse 16, I let the part that Esther was willing to die for her people.
That's right.
I'm saying when she went and they fast for her, you know, she's like, if I perish, I perish.
I'll read it. I'll read it, you saw. That's an excellent point.
If you hold it, if you want to read it out.
No sweat. Yeah, in Esther chapter 4, verse 16, she said, go, gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maiden will fast likewise, and so will I go in unto the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish.
Right, so now she gonna do something that's against the law. You understand? She gonna do something that's against the law. To go in somewhere where the king is at, she ain't supposed to go.
That's a lot to say, because in that time, if the king did not call for you, you were not supposed to be in his presence. So she was going in before the king without being called, which was against their law in that land.
Like it. Where is it when she actually came? That's what I want. When she came to the king.
That's what we at right now.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it.
Continue in verse 2. And the king
Now, mind you, this is a death penalty offense.
Right.
Yeah.
She just said, if I go in onto the king, which is illegal, and I die, then I just die.
Yeah.
But she still put her life on the line.
Right.
You understand? And I'm gonna show you why she was able to do it. I'm gonna show you why she was always able to do what no other woman was able to do.
That's right.
Read on.
Another one come. And the king held out to Esther the golden scepter that was in his hand. So Esther drew near and touched the top of the scepter.
She what?
Touched the top of the scepter.
So he holding the scepter out. You understand? And she comes up to him. And when she comes up to him, you know what I'm saying? She probably like did a light little bow her head a little bit, you know, touched the front of the staff. You understand? Like it's giving him honor. It's like she being submissive. Like if you can see it in your mind, it's not like the queens you see on the TV. You know, they walk up and doing whatever they want to do, and they wild and all out of control. It's like how on the Planet of the Apes, the ape hold their hand out and the other ape roll their hand across the hand, like giving permission type of thing, like asking for permission and being respectful type of gesture. You understand? Read on.
Verse 3. Then said the king unto her, what wilt thou, Queen Esther?
He actually know what you want. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And what is thy request?
What you want? Right. You understand? Why are you here? Read on.
It shall be even given thee to the half of the kingdom.
That man said, I'll give you whatever you want.
I'll give you half of the kingdom.
In today's talk, he said, you can have whatever you want. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because of the way she carried herself.
Right.
She was respectful and honorable in everything that she did.
That's right.
You understand? She wore what he liked. She dressed herself in the way that he liked. She respected him. She sat out there knowing that he was going to call her over. You understand? And when he called her over, she came over gracefully and showing respect. She wasn't acting like she was entitled. You understand? Read on.
Verse 4. And Esther answered, if it seemed good unto the king.
If what?
If it seemed good unto the king.
This is the sister speaking to the king. After he asked her, what is her request? He'll give her anything she wants. And she said, what?
If it seemed good unto the king.
If it's good with you. Read on.
Let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him.
Now look at what she did, man. She prepared a banquet for him. She already got favor in his eyes. He told her, I'll give you whatever you want, up to the half of everything that I own. And you know what she wanted? She wanted to do something for him.
Right.
If it's okay with you, can I do something for you? Read that from the top. That's what she asked. She asked, if it's okay with you, can I do something for you?
Go ahead. Verse 4. And Esther answered, if it seems good unto the king, let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him.
She prepared a banquet for him. You understand? For him and what's the other brother name? Haman, not brother, but for the king and Haman. She prepared a feast for them. You understand? Read on.
Verse 5. Then the king said, cause Haman to make haste.
Say what?
Cause Haman to make haste.
He said, tell Haman, get here now.
Hurry up. Hey, tighten up.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they ain't have phones back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got the messengers. They got the fastest horse. They poured out the Porsche. You understand? The Porsche horse.
Right.
Hey man, tell Haman, drop everything. Come quick.
Right now. That's it.
Read on.
Now that one come. That he may do as Esther hath said.
Do as what?
As Esther hath said.
Good night, man. Read on.
So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared. Verse 6. And the king said unto Esther at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee.
Who?
And it shall be granted thee.
Who said that?
The king said, and the king said unto Esther at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee.
Listen, man, this banquet is all that. You went above and beyond. You understand? Nobody has ever done something like this for me. You understand? I greatly appreciate what you did for me. What is it that you want? I'm going to give it to you, whatever you want. Right. You understand? Read on.
And what is thy request? Even to the half of the kingdom,
right? It
shall be performed.
That's right. So whatever you ask me to do, I'm gonna do it. Right. That's my word. You understand? Read on.
Verse 7. Then answered Esther and said, my petition and my request is, verse 8, if I have found favor in the sight of the king.
Man, listen, the way the sister talk, man. The way the sister talk, how the hell can you say no,
man? Yeah.
I damn near pull my wallet out, man.
God.
But the brother reading this, I damn near pull out.
Let's get the card, man. Bring it back.
Yeah, man. What the video? They be like.
Salaki. Verse 8. If I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition and to perform my request.
If it pleases you. You understand? This is what I want. But only if it pleases you. If it pleases you. Read on.
I don't want to come. Let the king and Haman come to the banquet that I shall prepare for them, and I will do tomorrow as the king hath said.
Right.
Verse 9. Then went Haman forth that day joyful and with a glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, that he stood not up, nor moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai.
He was happy, but then when he saw Mordecai, that Israelite that didn't bow down to him, that had the nerve not to bow down to him, the reason why he went to the king and put the hit out, you understand, and got the okay to pay to kill them, you understand? Oh, he got mad all over. Blew his whole move.
Yeah.
You understand? Read on.
No, I don't want to come. Verse 10. Nevertheless, Haman refrained himself, and when he came home, he sent and called for his friends and Zeresh, his wife. Verse 11. And Haman told them of the glory of his riches and the multitude of his children, and all the things wherein the king had promoted him, and how he had advanced him above the prince and servants of the king. Verse 12. Haman said, moreover, yea, Esther the queen did let no man come in with the king unto the banquet that she had prepared but myself. And tomorrow am I invited unto her also with the king.
Now, this is another question, y'all. If y'all follow it, it's right here. I know y'all gonna get it. In that first scripture I read, what's going on right here with the brother?
With Haman?
With Haman. What's going on with Haman? Nope, it's not that one. Good try though, but it's in that first scripture we read.
Try to use the first else. Small. You're quick on your feet. No, man, go ahead. Anybody online or in the room?
Give it a try.
The last scripture that was just read.
Right.
Yeah, read it again.
We're talking about Haman.
He's doing something that was in that first scripture.
Another one come. Verse 11. And Haman told them of the glory of his riches.
Of the what?
The glory of his riches. And the multitude of his children. And all the things wherein the king had promoted him. And how he had advanced him above the prince and servants of the king.
You know what he's doing, right? He bragging. So what's in that first scripture that we read? Not vanity. The favor. Get a sister a hand, man. Get that sister a hand. He talking about all this favor that he got. All the king did this. Nigga, I got all the money.
Right.
I got all these kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it. She, hey, out of all the people in the land, she do a banquet for the king.
Right.
That's who she invite me. Because I'm there. The king appointed me above the prince.
Right.
Here I am, neck and neck with the king at the banquet. And you know what I'm saying? The baddest chick in the land. She doing a banquet for me. He bragging.
And don't let nobody else in there.
And that favor. He feeling himself because of that favor.
Absolutely.
You understand? Read on.
Another one come. Verse 12. Haman said, moreover, yea, Esther the queen did let no man come in with the king unto the banquet that she had prepared but myself. And tomorrow am I invited unto her also with the king.
Right. I'm invited tomorrow too. You know what I'm saying? Not just one day, but tomorrow when they had another banquet, then I'm gonna be in that too. You know how brother be bragging about, I ain't gotta pay to get the club. I just woke up, VIP. I know the owner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know the nigga. Go ahead.
Another one come. Verse 13. Yet all this availeth me nothing.
Right.
So long as I see Mordecai, the Jew, sitting at the king's gate.
Right. He feeling played. Like even though all this is going on, even though I got all this, I gotta see this nobody. This nobody
Living rent free.
who wouldn't bow to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who is this?
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what do you say? What do you say? I'm trying to think of what Samuel called. What he called?
Who that nigga on that name?
Who is that nigga? What was Leonardo DiCaprio's name? They say it like that way, but that's what he's saying.
Like who is he?
Who is that nigga?
Like I know who I am. I was invited by the queen.
Cal.
Yeah,
That was his name. Cal.
Like I was invited by the queen, but who is this?
Who is this?
Why he here?
Right. He don't bow before me. The king done made a decree about it, and all his people, but this nigga still sitting out here at the gate.
Right.
Shh. He said, it availeth me nothing, so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate. Verse 14, then says Zeresh, his wife, and all his friends unto him, let a gallows be made of 50 cubits high, of 50 cubits high. And tomorrow speak thou unto the king that Mordecai may be hanged thereon.
Like this remind me of what they did at the insurrection. You know what I'm saying? They had a mechanism made out there, whatever, ready to try to unalive somebody by hanging. You know what I'm saying? A cubic is like from the tip of your finger to your elbow. You know what I'm saying? So he said 50 cubits long, 50 cubits high. You understand? Make this device so that I can hang Mordecai. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody who wouldn't bow to me. You understand? He put the order out for them to make it so that he can unalive this brother.
Right.
Read on.
Cause I don't want to come.
It's Salaki, man. Oh, this is an old folks saying. I ain't gonna bring it out yet. I'm gonna bring it out when it's time.
Come,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cause I don't want to come.
I can get some ice pop shot. Somebody, please. I need some ice. Water.
All right. And in the middle of verse 14, and tomorrow speak thou unto the king that Mordecai may be hanged thereon. Then go thou in merrily with the king unto the banquet. And the king pleased, and the thing pleased Haman, and he caused the gallows to be made.
Right. He caused it to be made. He put the order out for them to make it. They going out to make it. You understand? And he ready and preparing to hang Mordecai.
He said, I need that nigga dead.
Yeah.
Right. He need to make that immediate.
Sleep until he's dead. Sleep until
double time. You understand? Like yesterday. You know?
Right. Con or con. Esther chapter 6 and verse 1. On that night could not the king sleep, and he commanded to bring the book of records of the chronicles, and they were read before the king. Verse 2. And it was found written that Mordecai had told of Bigthana and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, the keepers of the door, who sought to lay hand on the king Ahasuerus.
This is spiritual, man.
Yeah, it is.
This is spiritual, man. You understand? And this is why brothers should always make sure that they trying to keep a good record.
Right.
Because brothers gonna remember the good things that you've done for them, man. You understand? Brothers is gonna remember. I do want to say, I needed help. This brother was there to help me. You understand? We had a similar situation go down. Like this brother tried to take me out. This brother tried to get me out of my position. You understand? And self-appoint himself to be over. You know what I'm saying? The Louisiana camp, maybe that Coke bar. And you going through your records and you see, wait a minute. This brother Mordecai, this brother told me that they was about to backdoor me and try to unalive me, and this man saved my life. Keep in mind that Hammond is trying to kill Salaki, unalive Mordecai.
Right.
You understand? And for some reason, the king couldn't sleep at night. He said, bring me my records. You understand? Because maybe he was examining himself and saying, you know what? A lot of people probably did some good things for me and I haven't done nothing for them. Let me make sure that I'm being a just king. You understand? And in that book, somebody read, Mordecai told him, remember, Esther made sure that she said in Mordecai's name.
That's right.
You understand? So it's written in the records like that. Mordecai, the brother was so, Egypt.
That's right.
You understand? The brother was on point. The Lord was definitely with that brother.
Right.
The brother was wise. You understand? And Esther was wise to obey the man that raised her from young. Right. You understand? Even though she was held in higher regard than him in that king. Right. You understand? So the king, he reading this and he see that Mordecai was the person that told him about the men that was going to try to come and unalive him. You know what I'm saying? And in that, saving his life. Read on.
Right. Verse 3. Hold on, Salah. Now, verse 2. And it was found written that Mordecai had told. I read that. Salah. Verse 3. And the king said, what honor and dignity have been done to Mordecai for this?
Right. Hold on. Wait a minute. What I did for this brother that had saved my life, man, when them two people were trying to backdoor me. Right. Did I make good with this brother? Because I don't want the people to say, oh, this brother saved the king life and the king ain't do nothing for him.
Right.
So next time somebody try to do something to the king, we just gonna let it happen because it ain't gonna, he ain't gonna do nothing for you if you save his life.
Right.
You understand? The king he got a little wisdom. You understand? Because you take care of those who take care of you. Man.
That's right.
You understand? You look out for those who look out for you. Right. You understand? That's if you want to be a just man. That's if you want the everyday low-life person to be able to look out for you the way that Mordecai looked out for him. Mordecai ain't in the king's chamber.
Right.
He a pedestrian. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Standing out of the gate.
Yeah, he at the lowest of the lowest.
That's right.
You understand? Read on.
Come, that don't come. Then said the king's servant that ministered unto him, there is nothing done for him.
We ain't do nothing for this man. This man gave you this information. He turned out to be sure he was trying to unalive you, and you know what you did to repay him? Nothing. Nothing. On top of that, Hammond want to unalive this brother.
Yeah, boy.
You understand? Read on.
That don't want con. Verse 4. And the king said, who is in the court? Now Hammond was coming to the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him.
This is the Lord. Right? This is the Lord. You understand? Now, somebody calling for him from the court. He's like, who is in the court? It's Hammond. And Hammond is hell bent on trying to unalive Mordecai.
Right.
But the king just read that Mordecai saved his life. You understand? That's the Lord.
Yeah, absolutely.
You understand? Read on.
Con, sir. Verse 5. And the king's servant said unto him, Behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, Let him come in. Verse 6. So Haman came in, and the king said unto him, What shall be done unto the man whom the king delighteth to honor? Now Haman thought in his heart, To whom would the king delight to do honor more than to myself?
There you go once again what the sister gave the correct answer about. That favor. Who the king want to favor, and it ain't me.
Right.
He's so used to getting the king's favor, he can't even fathom that the king want to honor and favor somebody else. You understand? He was just bragging about how he got all this and all that, and how he this close to the king, and the king put him above the princes. You understand? I'm technically that nigga's son.
Right.
It's like king and
right.
It's me. You know what I'm saying? He out there bragging.
Above all the prince
you know
and everything. Yeah,
and then after he got done bragging, he like, who the hell just stand big Mordecai? Sitting at the gate, wouldn't bow to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right.
And now it's been turned around on him.
Right.
The king want to honor Mordecai, and Haman have no idea who it is that the king would like to honor, and it's not him. You understand? And the killing part is he ain't have to go. The king ain't have to go search for Haman.
No, came to him.
He right there.
Right.
Haman right there. Mordecai right there. And the king right. Like this is heavy. Read on.
Verse 7. And Haman answered the king for the man whom the king delighted to honor.
Right.
Verse 8. Let the royal apparel be brought, which the king useth to wear, and the horse that the king rideth upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head. Verse 9. And let his apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble prince, that they may array the man withal whom the king delighted to honor.
Good night, man. Man, this is a big deal. You understand? Like think about you in this kingdom, and you this person that just you at the bottom, you in the gutter, you just nobody, and the king gonna give you one of his crowns, and the king gonna give you one of his garments, and the king gonna give you the horse that he rides. You understand? Like, man, that's powerful. Right. You understand? That's something to have some pride about. Right. And the bragging. That's an honorable thing. Like if somebody want to honor you, they honor you like that. Listen now, hey. The manager called me up there and give me the garment that REI gave him. I'm gonna be an honor. Right.
Wait.
That's gonna be an honor. Right. You understand? Like this is heavy, man. Read on.
Hammond went from moonwalking in the mirror and singing Britney Spears songs to, oh man, his face is hurt.
This nigga wild. This nigga wild. Go ahead,
and bring him on horseback through the streets of the city, and proclaim before him, thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighted to honor.
So look, if I could. Now imagine you dressed up in the king's garment, riding the king's horse, and wearing the king's crown, but you're not the king. Right. But you're not the king. And everybody see you coming, they like, it's the king. And they riding you through the city. And when they see you, they like, that ain't the king, that's Mordecai.
That's Haman.
That's Haman. So look, read on.
Verse 10. Then the king said to Haman, make haste and take the apparel.
I just wanted to say, the spirit he was walking in, like he acting like he so righteous and just wanted to honor somebody, but he really was trying to lift up himself.
Right.
Saying the story he was in. He's saying all of this like to do this to whatever, man, but he really think it's him. So he going above and beyond. That's all I wanted to say.
Right.
That's right.
He wanted to be king. Always in the courtyard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Always, like he was like those women who came with Esther. Right.
The Bible said that pride cometh before the fall.
Damn right. Read on.
Another one come. Verse 10. Then the king said to Haman, make haste and take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said, and do even so to Mordecai the Jew that sitteth at the king's gate. Let nothing fail of all that thou hast spoken. Verse 11. Then took Haman the apparel and the horse, and arrayed Mordecai, and brought him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaimed before him, thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delighted to honor. Verse 12. So like it was Mordecai that was getting that apparel and stuff. Verse 12. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate, but Haman hasted to his house mourning and having his head covered. Verse 13. And Haman told Zeresh his wife and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men and Zeresh his wife unto him, if Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him, but shalt surely fall before him. And while they were yet talking with him, came the king's chamberlains, and hasted to bring Haman unto the banquet that Esther had prepared.
Right. So now that same banquet that he was talking about yesterday, like, yeah, I'm gonna be there tomorrow too, is another one. He's stressed out. He don't know what to do. He at home and whining. You know, this dude who I saw live, the king just honored him, rode him through the city on the horse, put a crown on his head, and gave him a royal garment.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So what does this mean for me? Now he looking at himself like, hold on, like what's going on? Like if you was thinking to unalive somebody, and then the king honor him and do all this for him, he probably thinking to himself, like, I ain't never rode in the king's horse.
Right.
He ain't give me no garment. He one of his garments. He ain't give me one of his crowns. You understand? Like that's some honor. And it calls him to, you know what I'm saying? He ran home. He had to go tell his people. Go ahead, I don't want.
He went home pillow talking. That's what you call pillow talking. He had to go tell the rib, get with the wise men and talk. And he mad. He pissed off. He pillow talking now. He got hate in his heart.
He was just bragging yesterday. Right. He was just talking cash money.
He wanted some more of them oxtails. That's what he was.
Read on.
So another one time. Esther chapter 7 and verse 1. So the king and Haman came to the banquet with Esther the queen. And the king, verse 2, and the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the kingdom. Verse 3. Then Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. Verse 4. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage. Verse 5. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, who is he, and where is he that durst presume in his heart to do so?
So real quick, she revealed to him that she is a Jew.
Right.
And that her people are the Jews. and that somebody wants to unalive her people, even her, because she's part of her people.
That's right.
You understand? And so the king is like, who the hell, who did this? This is why you brothers, when you get ranked, you can't just go around and doing things without being clear about the rank and order. You make sure that everything is how it's supposed to be. You understand? Do things in decency and in order.
That's right.
Because you might overdo something that you really wasn't supposed to be permitted to do, and it may backfire on you, like it backfired on this heat. You understand?
That's right.
Read on.
Con. Verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is the wicked Haman.
The who?
The wicked Haman.
Now, mind you, she prepared a banquet for Haman and the king. You understand? And you can imagine how Haman was acting. You understand? I know the king see it. You're always in the courtyard. You understand? You're braggadocious. You're probably, giving commands. You eating at the table with the king at the feast. You probably, hey, bring me some more of them grapes. Yeah, king, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, acting like you somebody. You understand?
Always seeing your face.
Right. Always in the council, like, always in the courtyard, like, this belongs to you. You understand? Read on.
Another one comes. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. Verse 7. And the king, arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the palace garden. And Haman stood up to make request of his life to Esther the queen. For he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king.
All right. Now Haman see that the king is against him. You understand? He know it's over with. Now he pleads for his life. You understand? Read on.
Another one come. Verse 8. Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine. And Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was. Then said the king, will he force the queen also before me in the house? As the word went out of the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. Verse 9. And Harvanah, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, behold also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good of the king, standeth in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him thereon. Verse 10. So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified. Chapter 8, verse 1. Yeah, man. Hey, the Bible and just to quote the scripture, paraphrasing, what is done for wicked against thee shall be made for thy good.
Right. You said a snare.
I bet Hammond was doing like Trey on Friday, swinging at the air, punching at the air, crying. Ugh. I bet he was doing.
Esther chapter 8 and verse 1. On that day did the king Ahasuerus give the house of Haman, the Jews' enemy, unto Esther the queen. And Mordecai came before the king, for Esther had told what he was unto her. And the king took off his ring, which he had taken from Haman, and gave it unto Mordecai.
Right. So now the king gave Mordecai the same ring that he gave Haman. She revealed to the king that this is my uncle that told, me that they was coming against you and that they was going to backdoor you. This man that, you hold in high regard now. He giving this man his just due. This is my uncle. You understand? Read on.
Another one come. And Esther set Mordecai over the house of Haman, Gave him the house. Gave him his house.
Good night.
That's how it worked, man.
Good night.
Verse 3. And Esther yet again before the king and fell down at his feet and besought him with tears to put away the mischief of Haman, the Agagite, and his device that he had devised against the Jews. Verse 4. Then the king held out the golden scepter toward Esther. So Esther arose and stood before the king. Verse 5. And said, if it please the king, and if I have found favor in his sight.
If it what?
If it please the king, and if I have found favor in his sight.
There it is again, the way she talked. The way she asked for what, you know what I'm saying, she wants. She first say, if it's okay with you. You understand? Read on.
Come out on con, it gets better. And the things seem right before the king. She making sure that it's right. And I be pleasing in his eye. Hey, look here.
Good night. When you
y'all go, hey, Salaki, y'all go to talking like that now? The water on the dresser, baby. What you need? You need a vacation? What you want some boots? What you need, baby? I'm just saying that is bomb.
Damn right.
She is like,
listen, man, the way a woman talk. That is everything. A soft-spoken, sweet voice. You're gonna always get what you want, man. That's why the daddy is googly-eyed at the daughter. Because when you're a little girl, you ain't loud mouth and yelling and all. You know what I'm saying? You, Daddy, can I do something, son? And he don't know what to do with himself. You understand? The way that she talk, with respect, the way that she asks him, is it okay with you? And she already know he gonna give her whatever she know. She got this. Right. She knows she got this. But she ain't braggadocious about it. She ain't boastful. She ain't nasty about it. You understand? She still is humble about it.
That's right.
If it pleases you, if it's okay with you, if it seems right to you, you know what I'm saying? Like she showed you, like Mordecai raised her right.
Yeah.
You know, give that brother a hand. Absolutely. He raised her right. You understand?
Absolutely. Y'all ain't giving Mordecai no hand. Y'all don't want to give him a hand. He ain't doing a good job. Understood. Mordecai did an excellent job raising that.
That's right, man. Read on.
All right. Oh, Connor, if I may read this for the top again. Verse 5. And said, if it please the king, and if I have found favor in his sight, and the thing seem right before the king, and I be pleasing in his eyes, let it be written to reverse the letters devised by Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, which he wrote to destroy the Jews, which are in all the king's provinces. Verse 6. For how can I endure to see the evil that shall come unto my people? Or how can I endure to see the destruction of my kindred? Verse 7. Then the king Ahasuerus said unto Esther the queen, and to Mordecai the Jew, behold, I have given Esther the house of Haman, and him they have hanged upon the gallows, because he laid his hand upon the Jews. Verse 8. Write ye also for the Jews, as it liketh you, in the king's name, and seal it with the king's ring. For the writing which is written in the king's name, and sealed with the king's ring, may no man reverse. Verse 9. Then were the king's scribe called at the time in the 3rd month, that is, the month of Sivan, on the 23rd day thereof. And it was written according to all that Mordecai commanded unto the Jews, and unto the lieutenants, and to the deputies and rulers of the provinces, which are from India unto Ethiopia, and 127 provinces, unto every province according to the writing thereof, and unto every people after their language, and to the Jews according to their writing. and according to their language. Verse 10. And he wrote in the king Ahasuerus' name and sealed it with the king's ring and sent letters by post on horseback and riders on mules, camels, and young dromedaries.
Go ahead, officer, your side.
Yeah, no, my bad. I kind of missed it. But no, on verse 6, when she said, "For how can I?" Oh, Salaki, what's that?
It sounds like your microphone rubbing up against something or something like that. You on your headpiece?
Salaki, what about now?
It sounds to what?
Oh yeah, no, I kind of read over it. But on verse 6, when she said, "For how can I endure to see the evil that shall come upon my people?" Showing the brotherhood and sisterhood she had, like Christ said, "If you do it to the least of these, my brethren, you did it unto me." Because, you know what I'm saying, the king already had to avenge her with hammer, but she went further to avenge her people, which is why we're celebrating. That's all I want to point out.
Damn right.
All right. Might have to do a little skipping down.
Kind of. Let me see. We can skip to chapter 9. And 9, we'll start at 9 and 20. This goes into the festival of Purim. Esther chapter 9 and verse 20. And Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus, both nigh and far. 21. To establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month, Adar, and the 15th day of the same yearly. Verse 22. As the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into a good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions one to another, and gifts to the poor. Verse 23. And the Jews undertook to do as they had begun, and as Mordecai had written unto them. 24. Because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast Pur, that is the lot, to consume them and to destroy them. Verse 25. But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head, and that he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows. All the children he bragged about. It's nice. Verse 26. Wherefore they called these days Purim, after the manner of Pur. Therefore, for all the words of this letter, and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them. Verse 27. The Jews ordained and took upon them, and upon their seed, and upon all such as joined themselves unto them, so as it should not fail, that they would keep these 2 days, according to their writing, and according to their appointed time every year. Verse 28. And that these days should be remembered and kept throughout every generation, every family, every province, and every city, and that these days of Purim should not fail from among the Jews, nor the memorial of them perish from their seed. Verse 29. Then Esther the queen, the daughter of Abihail, and Mordecai the Jew, wrote with all authority to confirm this second letter of Purim. Verse 30. And he sent the letters unto all the Jews to the 127 provinces of the kingdom of Ahasuerus, with words of peace and truth. 31. To confirm these days of Purim in their times appointed, according as Mordecai the Jew and Esther the queen had enjoined them, and as they had decreed for themselves and for their seed the matters of the fasting of their cry. Verse 32, and the decree of Esther confirmed these matters of Purim, and it was written in the book.
This is why we celebrate the Feast of Purim. You understand? Because it's in the Bible. You understand? It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. I'm going to say that again. It's in the Bible. Christmas is not in the Bible.
That's right.
New Year's is not in the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? All these pagan holidays are not in the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? And then when you know better, you do better.
Right.
You understand? And we are supposed to hold fast and keep the traditions of the Bible. It's not old. It's not outdated. It's not irrelevant. You understand? The Lord is still pleased by it. And the Lord is not pleased with the celebrating of the holy days, the so-called holidays that you celebrate. You understand? The holy days that we're supposed to celebrate and the feast that we're supposed to celebrate can be found in the Bible. You understand? Like I said, the water to these brothers, y'all give these brothers a hand. You understand? Officer Manabog, Officer 1000 Yasad, Officer Kawan, Officer Nakabad, you understand? Sisters, give yourselves a hand. You understand? These baby Esters in here, you understand?
That's right.
And brothers and sisters in the chat, y'all give yourselves a hand as well. The water for y'all joining us, YouTube, the water TikTok. This is the ISUPK, Louisiana, Feast of Purim. And with that, Amijim, which means to stand. We'll give one courtesy salute to the sister, to the teacher. Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat. Majim, Barak. Y'all, Hashem, y'all, Shabbat. Yasha Matah, Sar, turn and face the sister. Sister Amijim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amijim Shabbat. Amijim, Barak. Y'all, Shabbat. Hashem, y'all, Shabbat. Yasha Matah, class dismissed.
Damn right, man.
The Lord's 56th annual Passover is coming up April 12th, 2025. We'll be in Atlanta, Georgia. The Lord's 56th annual Passover is coming up April 12th, 2025. We'll be in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a $200 fee. Make sure you pay the fee on ISUPK.com. You understand? It gives you access to all the events we got during the week from Monday to Sunday. We got the lamb slaughter. We got a children party for your badass kids. We got the black party. You understand? We got the Passover. We got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Make sure you pay your $200 Passover fee. And don't make it seem like y'all are too broke for it, because I know y'all got the money. You know how I know? Because y'all had no issue spending $2 on shoes, $2 on hose, $2 on weed. Might as well go spend $2 for a week long full of events and enjoy the brotherhood like you have never experienced it before. Shalom.